sales event.
A dairy farmer near the Alabama-Mississippi state line is very social. From Facebook to Twitter, he uses just about every form of social media to get the word out about American agriculture. Will Gilmer sees his communication work as part of the responsibility of being a farmer. In this report from Mississippi State, Leighton Spann has more on this farmer who's bridging the gap.
I don't think there's any dairy farms in downtown Manhattan or in Chicago or Los Angeles, so somebody has to let them know where their milk's coming from, and it might as well be us.
When it comes to using social media to tell agriculture's story, few people do it any better than Mississippi State alumnus and third-generation dairy farmer Will Gilmer. Using his smartphone, Gilmer may post over a half-dozen messages a day on Twitter. All the cows have been milked and fed for the morning, he wrote on July 6th. After breakfast, we're going to sort and vaccinate young heifers. Since the messages originate from his smartphone, Gilmer may send them from the floor of the milking parlor, or from the cab of his tractor, or from anywhere else on the farm located near Sulligent, Alabama, across the state line from Aberdeen, Mississippi. The messages give followers a snapshot of farming on an everyday basis.
What seems to work best, or what I found has worked best for me to do to keep people's interest and attract people to listen to what I'm saying, is just talk about what we're actually doing on the farm, kind of day in and day out, and just give them kind of an idea of what farming life is and what we do.
Many times, Gilmer will take a picture like this with his smartphone and post it on Twitter. After 2 months with no calves, we're starting to have a few dry cows freshen, he tweeted with the photo. This cow gave birth to a bull today. Will Gilmer has over 2,700 people following him on Twitter, but this popular social media is only one of many ways Gilmer communicates about agriculture from the farm. Of course, he has a Facebook page up and running for the dairy, too. Over 1,800 people have clicked that they like something on the page. But long before Twitter and Facebook, Will Gilmer's very first communication effort was the dairy farm website. He developed and launched it almost 10 years ago, in 2003. Will's father, David Gilmer, is a second-generation dairyman and also a Mississippi State graduate. David doesn't actively use social media himself, but totally supports his son Will's efforts to communicate about agriculture.
Somebody needs to tell our story, because there's plenty of people out there ready to tell a story, but it may not be just exactly how it is.
Will Gilmer added videos to his website in 2009 and began posting them on YouTube as well. His father has appeared with him in at least one segment of the MooTube Minute, as the videos are called. This episode is titled A Typical Day on Gilmer Dairy Farm and has received almost 1,400 views online.
We do get a lot of feedback from people that are in agriculture that ask us about some of the things we're doing on the farm. But we're also getting comments from people who live in cities and urban centers who don't have a dairy farm anywhere around them or any kind of agriculture really. So it's a great way for us to connect with those people.
From out in the country, social media is enabling dairy farmer Will Gilmer to successfully convey his important message around the nation. From Sulligent, Alabama, I'm Leighton Spann reporting.
Thanks, Leighton. Food in your family is